Hey guys, I wanted to do a little bit longer video today. As I said before, I do have a bachelor's in psychology. I am finishing my master's in mental health counseling over the course of the next year. And one of the things I would like to try to do in my videos is pass along some genuine psychological education that you can apply however you see fit. It's not advice. I don't know your situation. It's just things that I find helpful that I think other people might be able to find helpful as well. So, we all know about the stages of grief. We all know that they're not linear. I actually like a different take on grief. Psychologist William Worden, I believe is how you pronounce his name, he actually discusses the tasks of grief because grieving is not something that just happens. You've got to work through the grief process. I don't think the grief process ever truly ends, especially with a significant loss like the ones that I've endured over the past year. I think every grief is significant. Some have more impact than others. But I digress. So, uh, Dr. Warden breaks it down into 4 tasks that you must do. And these are not in order. You can bounce around just like with the stages. But I think these have a more accurate description of what actually happens um, as you go through working through grief. So the first one is actually accepting that's happened. And that sounds super simple, but it is not. Um, because it's not just knowing in your conscious mind that this loss has occurred. Your body it will actually go through a process of accepting this change, this loss, how you are functioning. Everything has to go together, and this can happen several times because as you move through grief, you're accepting new ways that your life is different. So you're actually not experiencing one loss, you're experiencing several losses. The second task is allowing yourself to actually feel the pain of the grief. Not rushing it, not trying to fix it, not trying to heal it, just sitting in the pain, the discomfort. It's not pleasant, but it's something that we have to do. The more we resist actually feeling the feeling that our body needs to have, the worse that we make it on ourselves, as counterintuitive as it might sound. Trying to just force your way through it is one of the worst things that we can do to ourselves. So the third thing is adjusting to your new world, your new reality without this individual, without all the things that they brought into your life. It's relearning everything without them, because when you have someone who is a pillar in your life, it changes your whole foundation. It changes how you function, it changes holidays, changes your family structure. I lost my mom and my dad in 6 months. So my entire support system is not gone. It feels like it's gone. I have extended family. They've been very generous with their time, and they offer support all the time. But the reality is, for the purposes of my immediate family in the area that we live, I am the oldest, um, and I'm the matriarch of our immediate family now. I am the support system for everyone else. I became the pillar. And that is a heavy thing to take on. And I in no way feel ready, worthy, or anything else. But I am going to absolutely do the best I can to become this person. And I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes. I'm sure you guys know what it's like to make mistakes. If anybody else has been in this situation, love to hear your feedback, tips, advice, anything, because we're all learning together. And this is one of those things you don't know until you're there. It doesn't matter how many people you know that have been through it. It does not matter, because when it happens to you, it makes it different. The fourth task, that is a grief task, is finding connection. That's something that I didn't realize, but I think I'm actually trying to do by doing this channel, is to create a community where you can actually connect with other people, including myself, who have actually been there. Will we understand exactly what you're going through? Absolutely not. Every lived experience is different. It makes every loss different. It makes every grieving process different. And the individual themselves, who you are, makes your loss and your experience different. How you're going to handle it is different. But I think support is important, to know that you are not the only person who have been through this, because that's how it feels when you're going through it. You feel like you're the only one who's ever been there, but you're not. You're not going to be. There are people who care. There are people who will be there. And it's important to make those connections so you're not just wallowing and suffering alone. So I say all this with the context that these are not linear steps. It's not a process to get through. It's not once you complete a stage or a task, then you're on to the next one. And once you get through it, you're going to feel a lot better, because you're not. Grief is not something to just get through. Grief is something that you learn to live with. You learn to hold it differently so it's not so heavy. I learned that from a counselor a long time ago. Their job is not to take the burden off of you, it's to rearrange what you're carrying so it's easier to hold. I hope these stages made everything a little bit clearer for you. If there's anything that you guys would like to learn about, you're welcome to put that in the comments. I don't know everything. I am still finishing my master's. But I am happy to research and talk to those I know in the field and pass along as much information as I can that I think would be helpful to everybody. And I appreciate you guys being so kind and taking the time to watch my videos, and just all the support that we're giving each other. I really appreciate everything. Thank you guys.